your people. So, I got another one. It's a pretty crazy one. So, I only came across this yesterday. And no doubt I'm the only person to deal with this yet. But how I came across it was obviously after the Ollie Solskjaer being Andy Serkis, I was thinking, well, who else of Man United players are actors? And obviously the Beckham one being an actor. And so my favourite Man United players in the 99 squad was like Ryan Giggs, Beckham and Keane. They're my three sort of players of that period that I really liked. And Roy Keane just being the greatest captain, the greatest leader. And now a great pundit. And no nonsense, straight to the point, Roy Keane. Love Roy Keane for that. And he's from Cork and my ancestry's from Cork. I've been to Cork, so yeah, I resonate a lot with Roy Keane. Great player, great captain, great pundit. So I was thinking, well, he's like the realest footballer out there. So if these are actors, then Roy Keane must be one. And if Roy Keane is an actor, then there is no limits. So I was like, how am I going to find out if anyone's playing Roy Keane? So I just Googled Roy Keane lookalikes, and this is what came up. I was like, Roy Keane, Mel Gibson, are you joking me? That can't be serious. So I scrolled down on this blog, and it shows this, and I'm like, oh yeah, they had the same beard for a while. But I'm still like, that's craziness. Like, but they've got the same beard, so I know how it works. I know how they work. Well, it gave me something to follow it up. So I Googled Mel Gibson, Ireland. And I found this. So this is Mel Gibson at a rugby game, watching a rugby union game in Ireland with that beard. So I'm like, this is crazy. So I do some more searching and I find this. Mel Gibson spotted on top of the Sugarloaf. The Sugarloaf is apparently a mountain in Dublin. And this is what it says. Mel Gibson in Dublin at the moment. Seems like he's settling into Irish life well. But then look at this bit. But does he know he looks like Roy Keane? I was like, oh wow. So I looked at their heights. Roy Keane, 5'10". Mel Gibson, 5'10". I'm like, oh right, okay. There's something in this. So then I looked at Mel Gibson's filmography because I knew he's done a lot of films, and I was like, how could this be possible? Notice it's green actor, director, producer. So the ones in green is when he's acted, directed and produced. So look at this one here. So this is from 1990, and I knew Roy Keane has started his career in 1990 for Forest, and then I look at all those films, some that he's directed, and you know, and then, but notice this one here, Forever Young, that I've highlighted. And I'm thinking, how on earth would he have played Roy Keane and done all this acting and filming? It just like, so I started doubting it, and I was thinking, no man, this is craziness. You know, here's Roy Keane's playing career. Started at Cov Ramblers in 89-90, and then went to Nottingham Forest in 1990, and I remember that. And then he finished in, and obviously Man United from 93 to 2005, which was his main career, 93 to 2005, and then finished up at 2005-2006 at Celtic. So how has he done all these films, like in 1990 up until 2006, whilst playing Roy Keane as football? So I started doubting it. I was thinking, how can someone do this? And then as I was Googling Roy Keane, Mel Gibson, this popped up. Keane, the band, live at Gibson, Your Eyes Open. And I was like, okay, this is a sign from the universe that I'm on the right track. And then I had this epiphany that this guy is a force of nature. Something just popped up, like he's a workaholic. He's a guy that can just create and do so much. He's one of them people. But bearing in mind, these people know the secrets. So I did some more Googling and I found this. American star Mel Gibson is an Irish citizen and says Ireland feels like his home. Are you kidding me? So he's an Irish citizen, and I realised, yeah, Mel Gibson. Gibson's an Irish name. And so, like it says here, and I started looking into his ancestry. His Mel Gibson's Irish connections date back to the Irish family, and whilst his mother was born in County Longford. So his parents were of Irish descent. And so I'm like, okay, right. So this is tying in big time now. This is craziness. But he's an Irish citizen. I had no idea Mel Gibson was an Irish citizen. Then I found this. Roy Keane sues Paddy Power over Braveheart poster, where Paddy Power apparently illegally used Roy Keane's face in a Braveheart pose with the coloured face green instead of blue, and taken a look about, you can't take our freedom. So apparently Roy Keane sued him. I was like, oh wow, that's a big connection. So obviously Braveheart being Scottish, I'm thinking, where did they film Braveheart? They filmed Braveheart in Ireland. I mean, that's just incredible, incredible. Blew my mind. Then I found this photo of when Roy Keane joined Nottingham Forest with a sword and a hat, referencing Robin Hood, because Robin Hood was based in Sherwood Forest in Nottingham. But I'm thinking, but Robin Hood was a bow and arrow thing, not a sword. So why have they used a sword? A very powerful link to Braveheart. So I'm thinking, wow, this is incredible. But they look so different. Now, obviously, I know they use masks, but I'm still thinking they look so different. So I Googled a young Mel Gibson, looking for some photos of him, and I found this one. Wow, I thought, he's starting to look like Roy Keane there. This is Roy Keane when he was young, first joined United. Very similar. I mean, put them next to each other. I mean, you start to see it now. Then I found this. This was Mel Gibson in a 1981 film called Gallipoli, if that's how you say it, an Australian film. And then I found this photo from that film, and I thought, oh my God, he's doing the Roy Keane death stare. I mean, look, that's Roy Keane lately, and that's his famous death stare when he doesn't like when someone says something. Put them together, I mean, you start to see the likeness. You start to see where Mel Gibson can be Roy Keane. So I'm right, let's look at the families. So this is Roy Keane's wife when they was younger in the 90s. This is Mel Gibson and his supposed first wife. Slim build, same height reference. Her nose looks different, but I suggest that's a fake nose. Obviously that's what they do. I thought I'd check the children out. So this is Roy Keane's children. He's got 5 kids. Mel Gibson supposedly got 9 kids, so they both got a lot. So I clicked on some of the kids, and I clicked on Willie Gibson, Mel Gibson's kid. And this is what come up. Willie Gibson, footballer, born 1984, plays for St Johnstone, on loan to Crawley. But this is a picture of actual Will Gibson, Mel Gibson's son. And they're the same age, give or take a year. And they look similar. Same hairline, same jaw. Definitely could be the same person. And then I found this. Mel Gibson in America playing football with his kids in 97. So I'm thinking this Willie Gibson this is one of these kids here. Then I looked into Roy Keane's daughter, his eldest, Cara. So I suggest that Mel Gibson's got older kids that they don't include in the Roy Keane family. They've just used 5 of the kids for the Roy Keane family. And this is Mel Gibson in Ireland with 2 of his sons and his daughter, and that could easily be the same person. So then I found a picture of Roy Keane from 2014 with one of his sons, his son Aidan, his only son. That's them there. And then I found this picture of Thomas Gibson, which is one of Mel Gibson's sons, which could be Aidan, Roy Keane's son, which is pictures here in 2014 now when he's older. So I take a look at the parents, and this is Mel Gibson's parents. Now this is Mel Gibson with his dad. This is Mel Gibson's dad here. And this is Roy Keane's dad, who supposedly died a while back. But you can't deny they look similar. So this is Roy Keane's mum, supposedly. And then this is Mel Gibson's mum. With a few adjustments, can easily be the same person. So, I mean, it's mind-blowing, but the more I researched this, and I went deep on this is one of the deepest ones I've ever gone, because I had to find the evidence, I had to convince myself, I had to prove it to put the video out. And I've gone so deep with this that I literally convinced myself by doing the research on this that I'm right. And it's crazy. But you have to remember that they wear masks. And what I'm suggesting with this, and the more I've looked into it, is that Roy Keane is the base character. And I believe that if they play a sportsman, that's the base character. And then if they play another character, they put the masks on. So you can be an actor and play with a mask. But it's going to be harder to play football with a mask. So Roy Keane is the base character here. Hence when he says, Mel Gibson says he feels at home in Ireland, you know, and this face here is a mask. And Mel Gibson has always had a mask since he's been older. And the only time he didn't have a mask is when he was the young Mel Gibson. And that's what convinced me. The photos of a young Mel Gibson with a Keane, with both the young Keane and the older Keane, because that's when you start to see the likenesses. I mean, just look at these two here. These are the ones that really got it for me, these two here. The Roy Keane death stare. He's got it down in the 1981 film. And so what you have to remember is these people know the secrets. And the more I research, the more I see these actors, the more I realise they live a long time and they possess the secrets of keeping forever young. Hope you enjoyed that video. Peace!